send and gather to me all the men of Israel unto Mount Carmel, and the prophets of 450, and the prophets of the grove 400, which eat at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel, and gathered all the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people, and said, How long hath he between two opinions? If the Lord be God, follow him, or if Yahweh be God, follow him, and if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered not a word. And this is honestly something that I feel, I respect people who would tell you what they believe and who practice out what they believe, because you know that you're not dealing with somebody who is double-minded. Obviously, it would be nice that everybody comes to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, but then that should be a conclusion that you come to on your own. Obviously, you can't really come to conclusions on your own, because everybody has someone that introduced them to the Lord, or something external that introduced them to the Lord. Paul says, how can the people hear if there's nobody to preach? And so you realize that you realize that you come to God because of something external, obviously, but then you also need to come to that conclusion on your own. Nobody should force you into that conclusion. If you believe that Jesus is Lord, serve Jesus. If you believe that Allah is God, serve Allah. If you believe Buddha or whomever is God, serve that God. But then you should be able to come to a conclusion. Peter tells us that we should always be able to defend our faith. There should always be a why you came to the Lord. Or rather, there's always that one thing that brought you to the Lord. If it is because it's your parents' religion and it was their parents' religion, that is building your house on very, very faulty ground, because you have not come to the reality of who God is. But now, in this situation with Elijah and the prophets of Baal, it is now talking about who is. It's now coming to the reality of the situation as to who the one true living God is. That's why blasphemy of the Spirit is unforgivable, because you have seen the reality of God, but you reject his saving power. And going all the way back to Pharaoh, when you realize that God hardened his heart, it was because Pharaoh himself had hardened his heart already to the Israelites, and God ultimately gave him his wish. Same thing after Jesus